Today, we're in Sedona.
And this is West Fork. So today's hike is taking us north of Sedona on probably one of the most beautiful drives we've seen in a long time. So we are taking 89A north from Sedona. Today we'll be checking out the West Fork area. We're just going to do a day hike today, but we heard this is one of the most beautiful hikes in the area. So come check it out with us.
All right, so we just got to West Fork here. They do have a sign that says they prefer $5 and $10 bills. They couldn't break our 20 this early in the morning, so they do take debit card, which we did not know. The sign does say it opens at 8 for the summer season. I believe it's 7 a.m. because it's 7:10. And there's at least 20 spots left, so get here early if you want to see West Fork, because we heard it gets packed.
So it was 58 degrees when we left Sedona today, and although it is still early in the morning, it's only 46 degrees here. So we would recommend bringing some type of jacket or sweater because it is going to be a little bit chillier since we're up a little higher elevation and in a canyon.
And we're in May.
Yeah, end of May.
Look at Carrie's sweet shoes too.
It's all about the chacos and waterproof socks. They said there are 13 river crossings, so.
13?
13.
Oh, geez.
So Tyler and I were both just saying we're super excited for this hike, but Tyler's like, my feet aren't, and I said, my hands aren't. It is cold, it is really cold, so bring a jacket, but it does feel really good in the sun. However, I think majority of this hike is gonna be shaded.
So this is the Mayhew Lodge, which was, I mean, as far back as the 1870s it says, when there was no road, electricity, and grizzly bears still roamed this canyon. A hunter known as Bear Howard built the first cabin here. He earned his nickname after a friend was mauled to death, an event that prompted Bear to hunt and kill every grizzly in the canyon, according to local legend, sometimes with only a knife.
What? So unfortunately, this is all that remains of the lodge because a fire destroyed it in 1980, but it's so cool. Some famous people like Walt Disney stayed here, Herbert Hoover, Clark Gable. At one point, after being a lodge, was used as a chicken coop, and you can still see some of the chicken wire, but super cool. Chicken coop.
Oh.
It's not a river crossing yet, but it's the first little side trail that gets you down to the water. Tyler and I were just saying how it's so calm and peaceful. There's like no wind. You can just hear the birds chirping, the water flowing in the river. It's so peaceful. Right, we've come to our first creek crossing. They did say at this time of year you're probably able to like rock hop your way across, so we'll see who gets their feet wet first.
My toes are frozen.
They didn't even get wet. We found a little pocket of sun, so we're standing here to defrost before we keep going. We've been living in southern Arizona for like the last 9 months, so we're not sure if this is truly, well, we know it's truly beautiful, but we also haven't been around trees in a long time, so I think it's like even more beautiful to us because we really miss walking through trees. Such a beautiful time of year. There's ferns everywhere, wildflowers blooming. So there are a few spots where you have to do like some steps up, but for the most part, it's a relatively flat and wide, well-maintained trail. In case you're wondering what our view looks like from where we stopped to have a snack, let me show you. Well, although our view was beautiful for our snack, it was in the shade and got a little bit chilly, so we ate quickly and headed on with our hike, and now the sun is just about over the canyon, but we can already feel the temperature increasing and we're starting to warm up, so thank goodness. So we did read online to watch out for poison oak, and we actually completely forgot about that. We're 2.5 miles in, so we're trying to remember if we brushed up against any.
I don't think so.
We can't remember, we don't think we did, but just something to be aware of and to watch out for when you're out hiking this trail. The only downfall to wearing water shoes or sandals is 1, rocks in your shoe, and 2, if you don't have waterproof socks, you will likely get a blister, so bring Band-Aids. So we technically reached the end of the trail, but we wanted to walk through some of the water through the canyon. So we're gonna go a little bit further, see how deep it gets, and just get the experience of that we read about online with walking through the water through the canyon. Rocks do get a little slick once you start walking in the water, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to have some trekking poles.
We keep saying we're gonna stop, and then you turn into the corner where we're gonna say we turned around at, and then it becomes beautiful again. It's hard to turn around. And don't you dare fall, man. I saw you stumble.
All right, we have gone 4.5 miles, and just like everyone we passed said, the views continue to get better and better. I feel like Tyler and I could probably go much further, but we just have to make the call that it's time to turn around because we didn't bring enough snacks and water for a super long hike. But just with the views and things we've seen so far, we would love to come back and actually backpack this with a group. So if anyone's interested in backpacking West Fork, let us know. We'll put a big group together. We'll feel a little bit safer.
West Fork has definitely lived up to the hype. We have heard so many good things about this trail that if you're in Sedona, it's a must-do. It's gorgeous. The one thing I would agree with on Kari, you have to go past where the trail ends if you want to see a little bit better of the subway style cave, which honestly, you didn't have to come this far. You could go 0.1 of a mile further than the end of the trail and you get some of the best photos. So I love this trail. I would love to come back, but it's been gorgeous.